couple of sessions have been pretty dire for JBH. Friday, a gap to the downside. At least we did see close off the session's lows that day, but today no such luck. Another gap down, and not a close on the lows, but certainly very close, and we have now tagged this line of support just beneath $18. If that breaks, then the risk is that we're going to see another decent leg lower. So for the moment, we'll just have to see what transpires. Can't read too much into one day's price action. Today's decline actually came on the back of results and the presentation. I don't think it was the results that caused today's 7.9% decline. It was more the fact that guidance for next year wasn't overly impressive, and that really resulted in this massive increasing volume during this sell-off, and that really is a warning sign. Much is now going to depend on what transpires over the next few days though. If we can see volume remain high, not like this, but certainly above average, and we start to see some high closes off this support, then that would suggest that downside is limited. But I think at best now we're going to see more of a sideways chop as opposed to a decent movement higher. So the risk now is to the downside, very similar setup to that of BPT, which we also covered this evening. So if you are looking for short positions, you could initiate following a break beneath this prior pivot low here. If you want a little more confirmation, then wait until support gives way and look for a low volume bounce or a sideways consolidation. That would be a bearish proposition right there, and you could look to jump on a little bit further down the track. But again, the risk with any trade like this is that price continues lower without getting the bounce. So potentially you could initiate partial positions following a break beneath this prior pivot low here and look to top up if we do get that bounce back to old support, new resistance a little bit further down the track, but certainly teetering over a cliff here now.
What is your biggest fear?
When I was 45, I realised that I wouldn't have enough funds for retirement.
When we got out of the armed services, we had nothing.
Is this you? No money for retirement?
I knew I wanted to start trading in the share market.
I wanted to learn how the professionals think, which led me to the Chartist.
I needed an expert. That's when I called the Chartist.
Share trading with the experts. thechartist.com.au.
Our clients use the Chartist because they get 27 years worth of experience and they get to take control of their own investments.
Contact the Chartist right now. Take their 2-week trial.
For $19, it's a 2-week trial. Why wouldn't you do it?
If you're worried about your financial future, then maybe this is a wake-up call. Visit us at thechartist.com.au.
Take charge of your life right now.
I urge you to take charge of your life with the Chartist.
I'd really like to say thank you to the Chartist because our life has changed.